Jack's not gonna do that. It'll be a really nervous feeling or something there.
I got to be out in the sunshine a lot today, and I drank probably 2 gallons of water.
How are you? Last week.
Yeah, it looked a lot. Is that the only? Cool.
How are you?
No worries.
How's it going? Good, I think. The little guy from Marion Woods complimented you today.
Good. He's on vacation.
Said that you were, at least you listened to him.
Who was it every Forsyth?
Mr. Young.
Forsyth, Georgia.
Yeah.
We actually drove around and
Yeah, that's what he said.
He's gonna need to get out of another tourism.
And I wanted to take all of his information already.
Making all the Forsyth.
I was like, Sarah, I really like you, but
graduation.
I'm not taking all of that and going back 40 years. I can't.
Oh my goodness,
I can't do that.
Yeah, he's one of the nearly originals.
Yeah, I know.
and boys, he got a memory.
Oh,
He had a story about every house.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I promised to come down and see him after the election, but I didn't want to get in the middle of that right now, since we got one candidate down there, you know.
Yeah.
Mr. Bill, how's everybody? All right, how are you?
Okay.
You think you can do it?
I think I can.
How are you?
I make you nervous.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I got some.
Just decided that
I've got
Local,
Angela working on it. We don't have a choice. We have to do it.
well, I know we do, but I think on the backside of it, we need to make some, not ordinances, but
Policies.
policies.
I gave her a list of policies I want her to write up, put together, and I told her to get it to me in the next week or so. And then we'll look at it. So we need to address documented overtime, fire approval.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in Forsyth, Georgia today.
I said, man, I.
he's not back there.
He left the 3rd of June
Work too, and kind of
to
talk to her through some stuff.
meander toward his grandson's graduation in Virginia.
Yeah, I like it.
Spent some time with a Navy buddy in Memphis, I think, and then drove the Blue Ridge
You just gonna
Parkway
have to leave
up to
And that's,
where his
early
son's
the next
house
day.
is. And went to graduation, that was Saturday night, and now he's on the road. We got a picture with him and the mayor of Forsyth, Georgia today. And then he's headed, I think, to Forsyth, Illinois. Big old round, and then the family reunion in Iowa, and then
And how old is he?
I just turned 82.
I hope I'm still doing that.
Hope I was too.
You know that.
How you gonna quit him?
No, he's very busy.
I did that story about Susan,
That's amazing.
who used to own the barn. There in the
and then every day,
Bob, there's anybody else?
sometime that he's not on leave.
Is any civil buildings, okay, okay.
Yeah, there's
That used to be a bar,
so much.
and she was celebrating
Yeah.
her 100 and something.
Yeah.
Right, you know, her sister had driven in from Kansas City, and she was 114, and they were fighting. And her boyfriend drove in from California, and he was 105. Cross country. And for the next birthday, he flipped. I don't know, but he left without starting anybody. Because his kids wouldn't let him drive, because his girlfriend.
Well, yeah, I can see as a child,
That's a
that's
hell
no
of a story.
problem. Parents, you just can't
And they
keep
were
track of.
arguing over,
Fire approval.
you know, who looked at
You have
us.
to sign it. If it's Chris, I have to sign it, who goes and file
I
fire
mean,
approval.
when I got there, she was
If
up
it's
on the
something comes
ladder,
up in the middle of the night, water
getting
lines
some
breaks,
stuff in it, you know,
and I just need to sign it and put it these files.
I think that the whole thing is use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Keep moving and keep your brain moving.
Well, they
Maybe.
argued enough that
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be all right.
over who looked better at the winter or something.
Gotta be.
That's a competition.
Take it.
The other one, of course, was like, well, I do have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's funny. The best thumbs I ever had.
All supervisors report.
Chris probably knows. The lady who used to own the bar, Susie, it was 100 and something.
We don't have any-
What?
It was 100 and something.
This,
Bars.
I've got
She had a bartender named Susie. I did a feature about her.
information for you. To go with that.
It used to be there where the
Give us an
NEC
idea.
offices are right up here. Don't they have a little NEC building? What's that little square thing?
They have a whole complex there,
Yeah.
dark brown.
Oh, her bar was on that corner.
When
Here's
during
the
my
bar.
days.
Here's the bar.
She's 104, probably was.
Yeah, it was something. They had a big old party up there too.
I got to, my assignment today was to take a 5-year-old Mercedes, 2-passenger Springfield, get it recoded on the line system.
I was thinking of him and Mr. Young, so it's like, I
Picture
just.
just and said, I gotta update it.
what'd you get up to doing that?
I'll go down there and do
And what I was supposed to, but when I got up there, they didn't have the part they thought they had.
He said, what was breaking all the loading codes?
Oh, my goodness. He just had one after another.
But it's not a car that you can make a radio station.
It really sounded like he knew what he was talking about.
Would you get another promotion?
Grinder.
Huh?
That's right.
You're not sitting in for the chief?
Then it'd go off for about 4 or 5
The
minutes.
building was.
Yeah.
That's what he said. People going by me, they're all going
I
like.
think he made a lot of
Looking at the license plate number and at one point, it kept off and on. At one point, I started.
What code enforcement, you need to go or what, or not go?
And there was a highway patrol.
Well,
Top of the hill and stopped us. Like, how are people in these
either a
hours?
good or a bad thing.
He's standing there like this.
Depending on which end of the
And
code.
here's the
you're
one
on.
that he looks around and he does, and I thought, sure as the world, I'm gonna get stopped.
So you're getting your credentials out and you're going down the road.
I knew that's what but he didn't, he just kept talking. Yes, you can steal a car if your alarm going off, it's okay.
We're back at his winter thing. I'm just going to say.
It was interesting. And the looks you get from people who are buying. That was,
Gotta be served.
I got my team down here, I'm just sure select paper, I've done it sign all day.
Signed before notice.
Yeah, well, I've probably drank some. I know I've had 4 McDonald's teas, a Sonic tea, and about 6 bottles of water. Yeah.
it is 6 o'clock, we'll call the meeting to order, and if you'll stand, we'll start with Mr. Ring of Donut giving us a blessing.
Yes, sir. Dear Lord, we just come to you today and take a few moments here just to recognize you as the Creator and the Lord and the Master and the ruler of the world. And God, we just recognize you for the authority that you have and for the authority that you've placed amongst each and every person in this room. And we just would like to be reminded of that, that you're in charge, that you're the Lord. God, we're grateful for what you have done, the work of your Son on the cross, showing grace and the mercy that we do not deserve. We're grateful for that. God, I just ask for the people in this room that we would be reminded of the resources and the influence that each person has in this room, and that they would each and every one of them be good stewards of that. God, I just ask special blessing on this meeting over the next bit of time, that things would be conducted in a right and in a fashion that glorifies you. And in your son's name we pray. Amen.
Standing, we'll do the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing on the agenda is Tim Taylor.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come and take just a minute or so. I'll make this really quick. Retired school administrator. I was the superintendent at Hollister for a number of years, and I'm retired now. And this year I was actually working at Taneyville. I was a part-time superintendent there. And I'm running for Western Taney County Commissioner, and just wanted to take an opportunity to meet you guys. You can't vote for me unless you move within the next 2 weeks, but I did want to just meet you. My phone number is in the inside cover and my email address. If you have any questions about my platform, concerns that you have about the county, I would love to hear them. And I won't walk through that with this pamphlet, and I've got a website, timtaylorcommissioner.com, will tell you all about myself and my platform, but we'd be happy to answer any questions anybody has.
Got a face to put with a name now.
Okay, okay. Thank you guys, good to meet you, and thank you for the minute I took.
Thank you.
All right.
Next item is dental insurance renewal.
We received the preliminary information from our insurance agent that our dental insurance, which renews September 15th, has come in. The increase was 4.9% overall, which amounts to about $36 a month in premium. And we're just asking for either approval or direction.
I make a motion, we approve the dental renewal. 4.9% is pretty cheap.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pay request treatment plan for the amount of $180,352.89.
We have before you a pay request for urban contractors, $180,352.89. And the next one would be pay request for the treatment plant for HDR engineering for $1,862.50. This is for the upgrades to the treatment plant. This work has been completed. We've had a meeting at the treatment plant, and then just as of today, I believe the tie-ins are complete. We're working, we've got all the flow going through the new basins and headworks. I think they're gonna be done in 4 to 6 weeks, Travis, is that right? And we'll be completely online with all the new upgrades.
This is county sewer tax money pass-through.
Partnership with them, yes.
Right.
Make a motion that we approve the pay request for the treatment plan updates of $180,352.89.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is the treatment plant that Chris covered for $1,862.50.
I make a motion that we also approve this pay request as well.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
accept bids for walking trail repairs. You've got before you bids, I believe there's just two that we have for the walking trail. That was the damage that was done by the flood, the last flood we had. We have applied to FEMA for funds to help us with those costs. And I believe FEMA has all the paperwork they're going to need. So what they need for us right now is to accept the bid that you choose for the repairs of the walking trail. You'll see it's bid a couple different ways. The FEMA wanted to bid, obviously it has to be fixed the correct way, which would be haul in shot rock and stabilize the bank that eroded. In their ultimate scheme of things, they wanted it bid separately because they want to know what it would cost just to go in and lay asphalt on top of unstable ground. Because they separate these projects as a project and a mediation project, which mediation project means that they're trying to fix it from not happening again. So that's why you see the two separate bids. But it'll actually be one of the higher bids with the rock hauled in. And the bids I recommend is the contractor Advanced out of Lampe. We've used in the past monthly there on Lynch Street.
We posted this in the paper, and we only received those two bids, and that contractor is the cheaper of the two bids for the amount of $21,360.
And this is prevailing wage as required by FEMA.
What do you anticipate that FEMA may reimburse us, a percentage or a full amount, or what's your anticipation?
I think FEMA's stated 75 and states.
Yeah, state, I think it is 12% is state and 7% from FEMA, and the rest is city match money.
So we think 12.5% on this project.
As I remember, usually FEMA pays quite a bit quicker than the state does.
I motion to accept the bid from Advanced Paving in the amount of $21,360 to patch the walking trail for Quorum Shoals.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Minutes for May the 16th of 2016.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from May 16th, 2016.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bills for approval.
I motion that we approve the bills from May the 19th in the amount of $111,292.58. May the 26th, $21,622.57. June the 2nd, $30,994.80. June the 9th, $148,646.87. And June the 16th, $60,582.55. And of course, a lot of this was payments that we approved last time as far as the sewer and bond, other large payments that we had.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is the financial statements for May 31 of 16.
The front page shows your cash balances for the month ending compared to last year. We are somewhat ahead of last year in cash. Your budget is looking pretty good. We'll be amending it for a final amendment in August to bring us in line with what was actually expended and received. And then we'll be working towards getting that new budget put together over the next month or two.
Make a motion we accept the financial statements as of May 31st, 2016.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Angela, what have sales tax revenues been like? Just curious.
They're keeping about 6% ahead of last year, which has been really solid.
Thank you.
We need to approve transfers from May the 19th through June the 16th.
A motion that we approve the transfers from May the 19th through June the 16th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Discuss draft ordinance for burning.
Started a couple months ago, as far as getting some phone calls and concerning burning of trash, particularly in the city limits. So researching, we dealt with it, several different ways as far as going out and we receive a phone call or a call out for someone burning trash. Our code has it in it that we can put it out if it causes a nuisance and things like that. But currently, right now, our ordinance doesn't have a restriction on burning trash in the city limits. So we really need a little more teeth in that ordinance that specifically says trash and such. In the packet, you've got a couple examples. One is from our ordinance and our fire code, and then there's a couple from Conway, City of Conway, and Branson, City of Branson, as far as some ideas of what we're looking at. But for sure, even something simple as, no burning trash, and then what the violations means as far as, we get the first call, is it a warning? Your second call, do they get a citation issued, or what that process looks like? We need a little more teeth because we're starting to get a lot more repeated calls out in the same place and stuff. And we need to figure out, I think we need to figure out what we need to do with it. So.
Are you referring to household trash?
Household trash, particularly on, mattresses and things like that too. So, there's between the county and the city having cleanup days and, recycling center and the trash service, it's really no reason why we should need to be dealing with that, but it is starting to increase a lot, 2 or 3 calls a month, just as far as what we receive, and I'm sure PD gets calls that they address on their own without, fire getting involved, so.
Do we have an ordinance specifying trash?
Right now, no, we do not. The only ordinance that we usually throw it under is a nuisance ordinance, and it's more of grass and such like that. It doesn't specify, trash burning or rubbish or anything like that. You could, DNR, they have some regulations, but they allow burning of refuge, residential trash. Our fire codes can restrict it as far as, if we get a call, we can go out and put the fire out, but how many times, can we do that? Without. So,
How many times have we been called up?
at least 2 or 3 times a month. Maybe not, and, it just varies.
Why are we only hearing about it now? I've been here for years.
Well, we've received numerous complaints from one individual that's been burning trash. So we just I've talked with Nathan, and we just need to, I think, stiffen our policies or municipal code. That way he can have a leg to stand on they keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So, and we've had several
I'd say
complaints.
after we pass the ordinance, the first time they do it, they need to be put in handcuffs and taken to jail. Get full treatment, and then,
Black and white.
we can probably go back to 10 years of not having to deal with it.
Yeah, probably so, but
Bill,
we need something to where he can actually have a leg to stand on as far as.
For PD to really write a citation on it, because our fire code doesn't have an ordinance in there that says this is a citation, and how much it's gonna cost and things like that. And for PD, they have to throw it under another existing ordinance that's very vague to me as far as, so.
is this gonna be based on a complaint that you're gonna file charges or a fine or whatever against them?
As far as the fines and stuff,
No, I would just prohibit the activity.
Yeah, we just need to
Define what.
define our stuff, what is a nuisance, is it burning a mattress, is it, to me, I don't think anybody should
It'll be
be
more simple than that, it'll just prohibit burning, pretty much. Now, do you wanna do anything in the?
like leaves and,
And you used to leaf burning, because a lot of people burn leaves in
Yeah.
the fall, so.
Well, if the city permits it, they do. A lot of people in Springfield don't because the ordinance prohibits it. 24/7, 365.
I think in our community though, I think the leaf burning, as long as it's controlled.
Well, there's the Cameron ordinance has, the prohibitory ordinance is 1 sentence. Burning yard waste and when and how is a full page.
Mhm.
So, depends on how complicated you want to do it.
Well, back to the rubbish and mattresses and such as that, is that something that we can expound more of that in our nuisance ordinance instead of creating a new ordinance?
Burning of trash and rubbish shall not be permitted within the city limits, so short for the city of Cameron. Simple, to the point. If somebody wants to come to court and have a trial over whether something was rubbish or trash, let the judge deal with it.
Well, if it's not sticks and leaves, it's rubbish and trash. And there is an issue because I've had a neighbor that burns trash. And it does
So
create
you're
an
gonna have to decide what you want to do on seasonal burning.
Well, in the fall, there's so many trees, and it's like National Leaf Blowing Days, and what are they gonna do with the leaves if they don't burn them?
Our fire code restricts, as far as, distance away from structures and things like that for safe burning. And, we have the right of the city to issue a burn ban in the city limits. So there's a lot of prevention things in place. I mean, we've worked on that in the last 5 or 6 years, since our codes is, hey, call in the sheriff's office, you're gonna do a controlled burn, or call us, let us go take a look at it, make sure it's a safe area to burn. So I get a lot of phone calls, hey, is it all right to burn? We've got the smoky sign out there, so we're trying a lot of things to help that end of it. And that's not really a big deal, it's just the trash and rubbish end of it. I think we really need to get it.
Well, we offer trash service, so to me, I don't think people should be burning household kitchen trash, type deal, because we offer that. And plastic, we offer recycling bins, so I just think, I'd say, Bill, lead us in whatever you think we need
You're gonna
to
have to
do.
tell me when you want to permit burning. When and under what circumstances.
I don't see any time where we should, if it's yard waste, I don't think it even needs to be seen all year is fine, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
As long as it's
Yard waste is acceptable.
Doesn't-
I heard years, but I didn't.
Well, no season, just, yard waste can't be burned in city limits.
Can or cannot?
Can.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
But trash cannot.
But
Kitchen trash. Can you make an ordinance like that?
Sure.
or adjust our existing,
just add it
yeah,
to
just
the
add it,
nuisance.
yeah, add it to our existing, whatever somehow that kind of defines that out. Or
The whole purpose is trying to avoid a lot of definition.
Yeah.
And we'll have to figure out where to stick it in the code, so we'll do a little research on that.
A lot of them do go under that realm of a nuisance and stuff like that.
I know they do. I've drafted a lot of ordinances like that. They're complicated, they're hard to understand, they're hard to enforce.
That's why we've got a real good attorney. Figure it out, write it up,
Make
and we'll put it on the agenda
Make a
for
one
next
sentence
month.
out of it and everybody can understand it.
Exactly.
You can't burn yard waste and you can burn yard waste and you can't burn anything else, basically.
Okay, so we'll just table this till next month.
Well, I'm gonna be provided with some stuff.
I think, yeah, I can work with them and we can get something.
We have to know
Yeah.
where we want to stick it into the code.
Kind of trying
Because that's what we're for.
lead us in that right direction.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank
Next
you.
thing is an applicant approval, Nathan.
Yeah, I've got two applications to bring forward. One, we haven't brought our support members to approval, but I think it's important for you guys to meet them because they're very important to us too. But I'd like to invite Sam Lynch up here. He's a local resident. He's wanting to help us in the department in some avenues, so he's going to join us as a support member. Not as a firefighter role, but as a support member, so if you guys have any questions for him or anything like that.
Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself.
You know all about me. I've been in emergency services for probably 30 or 40 years. I've got a lot of background and stuff that I thought maybe I could help Nathan with. So I met with him about that, and he's found a pigeonhole to put me in to begin with, so see how we do.
Well, your
No,
experience will probably be a big help to us, so
Yeah,
we welcome you.
yeah, thank you.
I make a motion that we go ahead and approve Sam Lynch.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the second application is Elijah Parker. His application is for a firefighter. Yeah, we've been talking with him for the last year or so. He's been, he finished EMT class back in December.
Yes.
So he's actually registered EMT through State of Missouri. And he's got some time to be able to commit to us and sit down the firefighter path. So, if you have any questions for him?
Still stayed out at the park.
If the ladder doesn't work, he's big enough he can just.
Yeah.
You a local kid or you're
No,
moved to the
sir.
area or?
I'm pretty new to the area. I'm from Ozark County. My parents own a cattle farm over there, and I married a girl from up around Joplin, and we met halfway, got married here. We got married last September. We started our first in September.
Good, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I'll make a motion that we approve applicant for, I can't remember what his name is. Elijah for our department applicants.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You bet. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nathan.
Approval to sign business associate degree from Connell Insurance. Do we have anybody from Connell or?
No. They sent this agreement over saying that all of their customers need to sign this agreement that describes what their requirements, obligations are in the event of a data breach of any personal information of our city employees or city business in general. And that's the copy of it. We just need to know if you wish to sign it.
Do we wish to do so, council?
That's the first I saw of it, and I represent several of Connell's clients. We haven't been provided with one, so I guess the city is the first. So I think it might be appropriate to have somebody come over and explain it.
And have you look at it at least?
Hmm?
And let you look at it at least.
No.
So is your recommendation that we table this
Mhm.
until?
Yeah, I read through it. I didn't actually see that provision. I saw all the HIPAA and the secrecy.
I would make a motion that we table this until the next meeting where we have a representative come and explain it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All feel like discussion.
If you guys have had a chance, we're kind of halfway through with the concession stand at the park. So where we'd like to take our direction next would be ball field lights. I would say in the next month and a half, we will have the bathroom painted and fixtures put in and ordered the slider windows today. So it should be able to be used in the next month and a half. It's been what I've heard from the park board and board members that the next direction I want to go is ball field lights. So Angela's done some study on it, some work on it. We have, Brian, I think, has some people, and you have some people. We'd like to get a hold of these folks, whether you guys do it or what, and write a spec, have them write it, using the material that we got from the school, the 3 sets of lights and poles. I'd like to use those along with, let them tell us what we need. If we need 5 banks of lights, and either do a lease purchase with them or see where we need to go with it, because we really can't use the ball field the way it's designed until we have lights. So that's the direction we'd like to go, and we'd like to know your feelings on it. If that's the way you want to go, then you need to send us some people to talk to or give us some direction.
If we could get the input from the people that know how to put it together and the numbers that we could look at for our budget here in the next 60 or 90 days.
Yep, I agree.
So
Do you want to get together on that at some point?
Yeah,
Because you've
yeah.
got a vendor.
Yeah, I got a couple people that, yeah.
So, yeah.
Cause I tell you what, and, I mean, we might, let's go both ways on it, the LED versus regular, whatever, composite bulbs or whatever they are, the type deal. I think we need to explore the different options on it. I know LED's a lot higher, but in the long run, it will save us, so.
I wonder if there's any rebates or anything like that for
I
energy use or something.
I don't know, just, we switched one of our parks out to LEDs, and it was an expense up front, but let me tell you what, it really, really helped. And it brightened that park up like you wouldn't believe. It's like daylight out there at night, 10 o'clock at night, so I think we need to kind of explore different options and, you know, whether we gotta phase it in or not, you know, different phases, but, yeah.
Can you do the lights we got from the school?
Yes, you can, yes, they do have in fact, that's what they did to ours, our pole lights were just like what we got from the school, and basically they pulled the guts out, put LED guts in them, and good to go. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll work with you then.
Okay, you got it. Sounds good.
Park board update.
We did not have a quorum for a meeting this month, so we did not really discuss too much, so. Nothing really there.
I know you have one miscellaneous.
Yeah. Had one of the mother and father from the girls who disappeared, had a accolade letter that for Chad and Viviana from the police department, thanking them for their help and their compassion and everything. So I won't read the whole letter, it gets kind of lengthy, but I thought you guys, some public announcements to them, but yeah, they were really wonderful, and the parents, they loved their help, so.
Yeah, I already got one. Well, it's good to hear some positive feedback.
Yeah.
Anytime. Anybody else have anything? Does anybody want to make a
I'll make a
motion?
motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Nah.
Aye.
This is over here, yeah, it's all in line.
I know. It wasn't my idea,
Hey, you walk away.
and prettier.
And tall.
Chris, don't get out of here before I tell you my story about that. Let's see.
I don't want to hear you bragging about driving the yellow Mercedes.
Okay, I wanted to, yeah. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then have questions in between. You might ask questions from our students out there or something. Okay, good, that's great. So I'm learning all about it'll be
We got about 5
just really commission, so, yeah. I'll be around, you'll see me. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Bet Jeff Clark, your competitor. No, I haven't. I didn't know. Oh my goodness. Okay, because I remember. Yes. Okay, well, great. Yeah, actually, with the county commission. I talked to you last week.
I know. So now you're doing okay?
Yes, I'm learning a lot. So
There's a lot to learn.
there is, yeah, and it's not, common knowledge necessarily, I mean, I've watched Parks and Rec, but I'm not quite that. Well, see you guys for,
All right, good night, we'll meet you.
my name is Cora Christina. I'm from Branson Pilot Seniors. Yeah, I'm in charge of the summer, so.
Good deal.
What's happening? We can get lights on the ball field, girl.